I personally don't feel like the excitement necessarily exists within the Black community, right now. Like, I don't feel like they're excited, right? But I do have some amazing Black candidates that are running for office in some of the largest counties. So if I can introduce Black folk to them, that may excite them and get them to the polls. So I'm working backwards.
Fault right now, nigga, or is it her fucking fault? What's the common denominator? The fault is yours. Take some fucking accountability. You lost the fucking race. Wipe the fucking makeup, tears off your eyes, and get the fucking stepping and get Texas blue, nigga.
Welcome to the Everything Is podcast, where we talk about everything that matters. Yes, we are the zeitgeist. Yes, we are the culture. I am your host, CT Chidi Bang, and I'm here with my tag team partner, Chris the Most High, joint roller Ayatollah himself. Chris, how you feeling tonight?
Man, I'm charged up, man. What that nigga Drizzy Drake say? I'm charged up. Happy Kobe Day. It's 8/24. You know what I'm saying?
And yesterday,
I got my 8 jersey on. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday was my man Kobe birthday, so you know.
Yeah, it was birthday. And yesterday also, Bray. You know, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. You know, our guy who brought us together. Kind of like we both were huge fans of Bray. He passed away 3 years ago. So Bray, Kobe, always the same time of the year, around the same time. We stopped to like just remember them. You know. But yeah, Kobe, come on, you all know how influential he was, and how he still inspires so many people to this day, including me and you. So shout out to Kobe and happy Kobe Day to those who recognize.
Absolutely, and again, the Bray Wyatt death was pretty. I don't mean to get a little morbid on the show, but that Bray Wyatt death was pretty
it hit like
substantial.
A
Yeah.
For people who know, for people who are involved in the wrestling community, like me and him, like love professional wrestling, he was our favorite wrestler, and he went too early. Like he's like he would be around our age or maybe a little bit older. And it was hard to see that was unsuspecting. He just kind of left this earth too soon. And shout out to him and his family. He rest in peace, and I hope his family's doing well. But man, yeah, that was a good one. Kobe as well. But like, yeah, man, these guys that are left the earth too young, man, and their energy permeates and still inspires to this day for people beyond them. Like we call them. I would say enigmas, or maybe just
they were enigmas.
Yeah,
I think because when people are having the conversation about Kobe, it's always past tense of how his greatness got to them, right? Well, people never appreciated him during the time of when he was here, because of how I guess he operated, of how he went about things, how it was quote unquote no nonsense. But as he's left, the amount of people that has adapted the quote unquote Mamba mentality, right? The job's not finished, the we can't celebrate until it's in our hands type thing, right? That is something that I think is, when people say stop and smell the roses a little bit, that's the duality of life. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, me stopping to smell some roses that's about to die, I'm in the middle of planting a whole garden. So therefore, when one row of these rows die, I can go to the next set. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just appreciating this one little bushel that I got. A lot of people really still put their gloves on in the hot ass sun and go plant some more because their work not finished yet. You know what I mean? So, it's just it is. And again, the Bray to the wrestling world, and Kobe, no lie, man. I would say to the sports world, but people just stopped and was like, I know you fucking lying. You know what I mean? Like I know you lying.
Yeah, I remember that day vividly, and I wasn't even a Kobe fan, bro. And I remember that day vividly. When you talk about, people who adopted it after he passed, I'm one of them people. Because of the hard work stuff, I've always been that type of person. But I was never a Lakers fan, so I was always, so it's always like that thing where it's like, but once he got out the league and he started doing, the publishing company and all that stuff, like, I start to see a different side of him, and I start to really have more, and I see him be more endeared to him. Otherwise, I just wanted, I was, wanted my teams to win, and he was in the way. But once he steps away from that, and you see like, wow, his impact and what he's doing with his power. When you talk about men with power who try to influence and use their power in a positive way, he's another one of those men who were trying to do that. And you can't knock that. You can't knock men who use their power in a positive manner to change society in a positive way.
Chidi, we so good at this. You know how you just segue right into our first motherfucking segment right there? That was unprompted. We didn't even talk until we hit live. Okay. Because a good man that is using his platform to better society that people seem not to jump on board with right now seems to be a theme. It seems to be a theme of the world. And I think this leads us right into our first conversation. So go ahead and kick us off.
No, you go ahead and kick us out because you have the segue. I don't know what the segue is. You just said it. I'm so lost.
The segue of good men doing good things and people not appreciating it in real time is the segue of James Talarico and the good people of Texas and the representatives of Texas who vocally decide that they want to not really get on board of the good man doing the good deeds. And I think that's not displaying the Mamba mentality. Sorry, Mama. That ain't Mamba mentality, Mama.
Okay, I think you're alluding to the woman instead of a man that is not jumping on board Miss Jasmine Crockett, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett had an interview, I think late last week. And we have to talk about it. We gotta talk about how it came off because he was talking about this since Friday, and he's still holding on to it. So let's put her on the stage and let's see what she had to say because within context, it might not be so bad. Oh shit! Don't even have it staged. My bad. 1 second. Boom. Shakalaka. All right, Jasmine. Knock him out the park.
It's important for people to understand that he's only able to do the things that he's doing because
Come on, Trump.
The other levers of government have failed because the people in his party have decided to pledge loyalty to him instead of to the Constitution or to their constituents that they are supposed to be serving. And so, my deal is if you like how things are going, vote for a Republican. If you don't like how things are going, vote for a Democrat. Like, that's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
The Republicans control the House, the Senate, as well as the governor. The governor's mansion in Texas, for sure. But it's the same thing on the federal level. It's the House, the Senate, and the White House. And it is baffling to me that Republicans are running on everything that is going wrong in the country, yet not accepting responsibility for what's going wrong, considering the fact, it's literally like the arsonist is setting us on fire and then saying, but I am also the firefighter that's coming to make sure that I can save you. Yeah. No, honey, which one are you? Yeah. Which side are you on? And it is hard for you to hide behind the opposition when literally there is no opposition because you run everything.
Now, I want to start with a clip that you can't argue with. so that was our Jasmine Crockett.
But you know that wasn't the clip.
I know it was.
You know that was. Yeah. Don't gaslight me.
Okay. Listen. I know that wasn't the clip. I know it was. We're gonna talk about the clip that you're talking about. And I got it here. But hey, let's start up with some positivity. She's right.
Hold on. This is the point. This is how she lost. You don't have jurisdiction to speak on how to change it at the top when you don't have control of the bottom. Okay? And my point is this. Your Trump has always been Jasmine's big bad. I get it. I get it. He cannot be defeated unless you run your race, unless you do your job. So all of the fervor and the fight and the vehemence that you have towards this guy, and all of the, oh, when I get in the ring, I'm a fucking mug. Nigga, you can't even get in the ring, nigga. You can't even get in the ring. You are not even qualified to be in the ring at the.
Don't do that. Don't do that. When we use
lost.
the word qualified, don't use qualified.
She lost. So when she's
currently representing in the House of Representatives.
Okay.
She, and she will move on come next year. But let's be real. When we use the word qualified to a woman who's, an attorney who's already served this country in the House of Representatives.
It's not about what I say and how it's not about what I say or how I say it. It's about the fact of the matter. Jasmine, currently, you represent now not on a federal level, on a state level. So speaking currently towards the federal level means you're punching up when, again, you lost the race by not punching around, if that makes sense. So when she was a qualified fighter within the fight and she had a chance to go against Kim Paxton and she had a chance to defend her state on a federal level, she lost the qualifying match. So therefore, she's not qualified.
I hear where you're coming from. I'm just trying to clarify. I'm trying to, clear the air when we talk about qualified black women.
I understand, but it's the same thing as, no disrespect to no disrespect to Kamala Harris, but again, you saying I stand for Palestine, nigga, a whole year later, you ain't qualified to do that now, bitch. We don't care. We don't. You honestly, you don't hold nothing. No disrespect to Kamala. There's no weight to Kamala's words right now. There's nothing that she can say or do to influence anything. So for her to double back and say some shit, or she ain't qualified. So this ain't just something against women that aren't qualified. When you're out the race,
I want to clarify again. You're not saying they're not qualified for the role or the job or the position. You're saying that
no, I'm not
they
saying
are not in the role.
They're not in the role to. So when we are now speaking of, again, when Kamala is now in a chance to speak about free Palestine, or I'm against Israel, or whatever the case may be, we honestly was so like, just say it, please, just please say it for us, please give us a reason, please
give us one reason to vote for you. Give us one big reason to vote for you, and not playing this patty cake with the Republican Party. Like, just give us one good, solid, progressive reason to vote for you. And not that she didn't have them, but they weren't the major talking points. She did have some in place for, black men and black women as far as getting them more jobs and all that stuff. But I think it was buried in her platform.
And then she also had to come in the tone for when she was Attorney General. She did. There had to have been a loud enough vote. A loud enough voice for her to say, "Hey, at the time, I'm operating under what the federal guidelines of law is, and so when cases are presented to me, I'm not the judge. I'm not the cop arresting. I'm just the Attorney General, and I go by what's presented by the book of law." She can defend herself. She could have done all of that. She ran for everything that was accountability. And I'm following a trend with Jasmine. There seems to be no accountability to how she lost this Democratic race within Texas. Because again, running your race to your constituents is exactly what we needed you to do, not speak to the power that you cannot yet fight, and right now don't have a chance to fight anyway.
Got you. All right. Let me bring it on to the clip that you wanted. Let me go ahead and bring it forth, because this is in reference to Mr. James Talarico and his campaign in Texas for Senate.
In my mind, the best way that I can help the people of Texas is if I go in and I help out on these down ballot races, because typically people rely on the top of the ticket to drag people in. That's the marquee race. That's how you get people to come out. I personally don't feel like the excitement necessarily exists within the Black community, right now. Like I don't feel like they're excited, right? But I do have some amazing Black candidates that are running for office in some of the largest counties. So if I can introduce Black folk to them, that may excite them and get them to the polls. So I'm working backwards in my mind.
I mean, that's the clip, right?
Bro, and if you go for, I don't know if that's the whole clip or if
That's
you go
that
further,
one cut off.
that was
I
that,
want to see
okay,
more,
yeah,
but I gotta find a better clip. Yeah.
that right. Go ahead.
No. I want you to keep talking because I haven't found it yet. If you want to find, okay.
Let me see if I can.
If you have a
But that,
longer version, I don't have the longer
but
version
let me see if I
because
can
it was a
find that.
pretty
But
long interview with the Black Effect. Let me see. Okay, there's more to this conversation. Let me see this. I'm sorry.
I frankly stopped doing as many TV interviews because I don't want to talk about the race. Yeah. To be perfectly honest, and the reasons that I don't is because right now people just need to focus on whatever it's going to take to win. But there is a reckoning that this party needs to have. There isn't, the racism was very clear. I frankly stopped.
So she's saying there was racism in the race for her, and I wish. I'm sure there was more. If you can find more, just send it to me because I can't. That's that. But we get the picture. She doesn't feel like talking about the race because clearly she thinks there's racism involved in the race that makes her feel very uncomfortable, right? And so she's focusing on down ballot candidates to get them involved in Texas and to push, Black people to get more excited and energized.
Chidi,
Go ahead.
how can she energize on down ballot voters when she fucking missed the Black votes for her?
I don't know.
How can you? No, hold on. We had Gary. We saw Gary, and he gave the numbers on the Stephen A. Smith show, and he gave us the numbers about the hundreds of thousands of people. The hundreds and thousands of people. There were statistics behind that. There were stats behind that. So it's very just frustrating to me, as if like Jasmine had the Black vote in her pocket and she can go out and influence the Black vote when she missed the Black vote.
I don't know if that's true. Honestly, I don't. I mean, I think that in Texas especially, she has a huge Black support group, and she does have energy. If she has energy here with us, and nationally, because of who she is, she's a star at the end of the day, But I don't think it was as crazy as maybe Chambers put it, because I think she beat Talarico with the Black vote. However, I do, even if she didn't, it doesn't mean that, putting her energy towards the down ballot voters and, helping them get some recognition is necessarily a bad thing or something that's not going to actually help. You know what I mean? It's not like she's going to go down there. It's not like she's like, oh shit, Jasmine running with you.
That's
Oh yeah, we can't vote for you.
You can't. So what energy? What you? Okay. All right. Let's have a real conversation. She's a star. What does that? What does that mean?
You're breaking up on your mic. I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, she's a star. What does that mean?
That means that she's very much. She has very big name recognition. Like she has huge name recognition. She's served in the House of Representatives for years now, and she's been seen
Did that
as
work
a
in her
fighter.
state?
Did what work? Did it work?
Her being a star. Her being a star work. So what
in
value
her
does that?
state,
What value did that bring to her being a star in her state?
in her state against Talarico and him up for Senate from the Senate race? Just
Yes,
so you know,
correct.
Talarico's been in the government down there too in Texas. So Texas wise, I do believe there's more to the story and that she's probably not saying, but she lost the race. Doesn't mean that she's not a star. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that people didn't want her to win. Doesn't mean that people weren't behind her. I think that her and James Talarico can still garner votes and garner some more excitement while while campaigning down there.
He's not doing so right now.
Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that she is not a zero sum when it comes to her influence. Like that's not what we're doing here. I'm not gonna sit here and act like Jasmine Crockett can do nothing and to get no voters.
Chidi, that's not what I'm saying. She can do something like fucking endorse the guy that's running for Senate.
Well, he said she did.
That's respect.
He said she did. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Can she do more? Absolutely. And it's not respect. You said we're having a real conversation. Give me your real rebuttal.
You can't say there's no excitement for the black voters when Talarico is out there doing active work, talking to black folk like she want to say, and telling black folk that I'm going to be here for you. And Jasmine can be like, hey, I'm going to hold Talarico up to that. I am the one that's in the trenches and know what black folk need. I will translate that to Talarico. I will be lockstep to make sure that Texas turn blue. She can talk like that, Chidi.
No,
she can fucking say that, bro.
You're right. I agree with that.
And all the fucking talking that she do on the floor, all the gibber jaw that she be fucking talk about Trump, she can say what the fuck that needs to be said for the black voters to turn out for fucking Talarico to change the fucking state. Correct?
Correct. 100%. I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
Okay. Because the motherfucker tiptoeing around this motherfucker here like we can't say nothing, motherfucker.
No. I was going to get to the part where I got to say, I respect her working with the down-ballot candidates because they obviously might not have much name recognition. Lending that to them is helpful. But you can walk and chew gum at the same time. You can do that and still publicly say, listen, guys, we're trying to turn Texas blue, and I want y'all to understand that me and Talarico are good. Please go out there and support the guy and still publicly show that. Apparently, there's something going on with her personally, probably, that she still ain't over it.
Well, I mean,
that's what it seems like.
Listen, Talarico outspit you. I tried to figure out how to say that word without sounding dumb.
Uh-huh.
He spit more than you, right? You lost a lopsided race.
You're lagging, by the way. But yeah, your voice is behind your visual, but
my voice is okay.
But the sound is fine. The sound is fine. Just so you know.
Okay.
Don't mess with it.
No, like she. I can get that she felt like she lost, due to circumstances beyond her control. Again, when she speaks about the racism in a race, it wasn't via Talarico. It's because Jasmine was a big time player. She was a star, as you would say. So when she's shooting at the fucking moon, the moon responded and put her name in a light that did not. And I'm not saying Jasmine had to shut up and dribble. I'm not saying that. I had always said that Jasmine's rhetoric towards Trump, as if she would have, it was the same conversation that I'm having about Alex Vindman down here in Florida. The nigga overlooked Angie Nixon and said, I'm going directly for Moody. Right? Jasmine Crockett said, I'm going straight for Trump. We like, bitch, nothing about Talarico, Kim Paxton. She like, when I win, I'm taking Trump down. Well, how the fuck you going to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like it was, and I'm speaking freely on that because that was the real talking point.
How do you feel about Jasmine Crockett for real? Who like real deal spill? Who is Jasmine Crockett to you, and what do you feel about her personally? Like, all right, do you trust her, or do you feel like she's not worth it?
Let me be real honest with you, let me be real honest with you. If you want my real opinion, tap into our Patreon for $5.
I knew it. What I can't say. I'll wait for it, bro. I'll wait for it. Listen, I'm with you, bro. Like, honestly, I think that there's question marks when it comes to she's not perfect. There is question marks when it comes to Jasmine Crockett's approach to garner, her votes, and she's very much staunch in her feelings. I wish that if you're gonna stand on something and you're not gonna like overly endorse Talarico and all that stuff, I think your people who support you deserve to have a reason why. If you're saying it's racism in the race, let us know what specifically happened. That causes the racism that you believe. I don't want you to allude to it and not clarify it. So we have to just guess. And maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's some other things I can look into as far as articles and resources. Maybe she's talked once or twice and said it. I haven't seen it personally, because clearly she has a sore spot when it comes to the race. But behind the scenes, she's talked to Talarico apparently. So I can't. I have a hard time really figuring out how to feel about her participation in this and what her role should be. Because at the end of the day, you're right. Talarico, it's his job to get the votes. The black vote is up to him to get, and maybe her working backwards does help in a way, because those people will be the future of the Democratic Party in Texas, and also I think those people hopefully will come out and vote for the Democratic candidate in the Senate because it's the top of the card. So it still should work the way she's thinking about it, but also a public endorsement would be beneficial at this point.
Bro, she's had this podcast. She's been on late night television with Anthony Anderson. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, she's using her star power to do what? To push the rhetoric that she lost the race and she don't want to talk about the race. But now that you have this platform, you're supposed to go on these platforms and talk about Texas. You're supposed to go on these platforms and elevate Texas. You're supposed to go on these platforms and discuss Texas, right? And to the point of Talarico, yes, I don't want to see Talarico kayfabe in all these churches and whatnot. That I get, that's what he quote unquote is supposed to do, but that's not what I want him to do. I would like him to be on the ground floor with Jasmine, working those down ballots together as they're in lockstep, because they are the two that they are both. Because listen, Talarico ain't no slouch, nigga. He's a star in himself. We were talking about them as equals because, again, a qualified black woman who has held her own, a qualified white man who has all of the talking points and can smooth talk his way.
In Texas,
there was an equal to that, right?
Yeah.
And with that being said,
I'll be honest with you. The equal to me, what equalizes it to me, is not that he's a white man and not that she's a black woman. It comes down to he comes off as more progressive than she does. He just does come off as more progressive than she does, whereas she gives me more vibes of a corporate Democrat sometimes, where it's all about against Trump. Where what are you fighting for specifically? I want to hear that. And Talarico, he speaks to my heart. He speaks to what I actually believe should happen in this country, whether it's healthcare and helping and putting money towards education and all that stuff. Directly, not that she doesn't, but his message resonated with me a little bit more. I do like her fight though, and that's why I and still am a big supporter of Jasmine Crockett, because I like somebody who's I like a dose of sugar and spice, and she's that spice. We need people who are gonna call balls and strikes to these Republicans and hold them accountable sometimes, along with another senator that may talk to them kindly. I don't think that everybody has to be completely a pushover and sweet talk everybody. We need somebody who's gonna knock them over the head sometimes, and we can play good cop, bad cop. And she might have to be that bad cop sometimes, which is what I appreciate, because sometimes that soft talk don't really fucking fly. You get steamrolled as a Democratic Party if you keep up with that bullshit. So, that's where I'm coming with it. I feel like it says here, we're talking about the black vote. I'm not sure if you can read this, but it said Crockett dominated Talarico in counties with large black voting age populations during the primary, according to Reuters. Texas also happens to be the state with the largest black population in the U.S. Talarico will need a strong black turnout to have any shot at beating Ken Paxton. And comments like this from Crockett won't help. So So even this person who's this tweet came from Jason Cohen. I'm not sure who that is, but that's what the sentiment is. That these comments are not going to help, and she's not quite lending her domination of the black vote to Talarico when she could really be pivotal in this race.
I'm dropping something in the Discord right now. It's our guy Gary Chambers Jr., who was on the Stephen A. Smith show. I think we watched this, but we weren't live. So I'm about to try to see if I can find exactly where he spoke, so we don't have to watch the whole thing.
I think it was turnout. I think that would have, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been black turnout, because he dominated the black vote who came out. But if more black people came out, then she would have won, basically.
So I may have misspoke about the information, but black turnout equals black votes to me. So
yeah, but that speaks to a portion, because not all black people are super politically savvy about the midterms and primary. Not even the midterms, a primary in freaking February or March, whenever it took place. So just even the knowing of the primary, like a lot of people wouldn't have known, So personally, it's like giving them, make sure that they know what's going on, who's running, and why it's important to come out in the middle of the winter, So this is what you're asking of Texans. So her path to victory was pulling out a big turnout from black people, and she just missed the mark. But it's not like she didn't have a higher turnout than what would have happened if somebody else ran. You know what I mean? And I think that's where we're kind of like, we penalize her for not doing enough, but we all know that she did a lot, at the same time. It just wasn't enough for this particular race. But yeah, do you have a point in this video that you would like me to go to?
It is. I'm looking at the transcript, and it started off pretty early with the numbers as I looked in the transcript.
Okay.
And Gary Chambers right now is saying that Talarico beat Congressman Crockett by 144,000 votes in a particular base, which was Travis County. He got 112 votes that led in Travis County. When you compare with Congressman Crockett, her base in Dallas was 50,000 vote lead. So she had like leads in certain counties. She didn't close from what I'm interpreting from this conversation. And it started out in minute 3 of the video. And the first couple of minutes of it goes into just to get the totality of what it probably seemed like for her as she's running a pure race to the point and trying not to see herself as that corporate Democratic runner. It showed that she missed the mark of not only engagement but endorsements as well within her community, because to that point, when I'm looking at the total of how she lost by a total of 200,000 votes. There was a total for the Democratic primary. There was the total of, let me see if I have this number correct. There was a total of 2 million and I want to read this number correctly. There was a number of 2,319,187 total votes for the Democratic primary race. And it was separated between 200, little under 190,000 votes. Okay. It was about 100 because Talarico had 1.2 million and Jasmine Crockett had a little under 1.1. She had 1.07. You see what I'm saying? So it was close. So when I'm hearing her speak about, down ballots and we got a lot of black people running and I want to highlight them and highlight it, I would have loved to have seen that work during her, like and grow that community. We have the same policies. We want to say, it's not just we want to protect Black folks here in Texas. It's we want to elevate the galvanize the 31 million. And it's not, and I think when we alienate ourselves and we section off ourselves where we like, hey, I'm gonna cut Trump's head off, or I'm speaking strictly to my Black voters, or when she says that when we gotta pick cotton, it ain't gonna be us this time, and we like, I don't know about that, Jim. You know what I'm saying? We hit them with
the Latino base down there. They didn't like that shit. You know, there's a way you gotta talk when you're in politics, and you can't just because you're gonna be nitpicked. You know, even if you're taken out of context, they're trying to take you out of context. You know, so yeah, I think you got a point. But I do think that her strategy was to get a bigger turnout from the Democratic side, and particularly Black voters, that it did not come to fruition. Whereas Talarico had a more of a I'm bringing everybody into the tent kind of thing.
And Gary speaks to this as well when he said that it's not really much of, he don't believe it was as much on Crockett per se about the rhetoric, but how the campaign management went around her. So I think there's culpability in both places, where I think Jasmine's probably like, she's running back the race in herself. Like, you know what I mean? Like that can be
she
something
probably
that
still
also
sick.
triggers.
Like, yo, I could have won this. Like, because it was very
exactly.
Close.
It was very close.
If we just did this, and this, and to lose a game where you're like, damn, I could have changed the history of, you know, Texas, you know, whatever. Or
man,
you know,
on my mama, cuz why you think Andrew Gillum do meth right now?
All right, let's move on. let's hear what Gary Chambers got to say.
What's going on?
I'm well, brother. It's a beautiful day in South Louisiana.
I got you. First of all, I appreciate time out of your busy schedule, man. Thank you for taking time. I saw your social media post, and I want to thank you for educating so many people about what transpired with Jasmine Crockett against James Talarico for the Texas Senate seat. Remind my audience what you said and educate us as briefly as you possibly can about why, indeed, she lost this race.
So this is a matter of when you look at the numbers of who turned out their base. James Talarico beat Congressman Crockett by 144,000 votes. When you look at that, he got the primary lead that he pulled was in Travis County. He got a 112,000 vote lead in Travis County. And when you compare that, where Congresswoman Crockett, her base is in Dallas, there was a 50,000 vote lead. What does that mean in the interim? What that means in the long run is James Talarico had a strategy of turning out working class white voters and Hispanic voters in specific counties. He executed that strategy to a degree where he had 144,000 vote victory, but that biggest gap came from Travis County, Hayes County, and Williamson County, which all surround the Austin area.
Austin, yeah.
So with that being said, basically he maximized the white vote. Would you say, I don't want to use the word ignore, but he didn't prioritize seeking the Black vote because he knew that's something he wasn't going to win? Would you say it's a fair assumption that that's a way he went about winning this race?
So I would tell you, Chuck Rocha, who works for Talarico, worked for me in 2022. Chuck is a great strategist, and he's also from East Texas. And Chuck went into this, I believe, helping them come up with a framework that told them we are not going to get a great pull away from Congresswoman Crockett, who is polling at 80+% with Black voters. And then he executed a strategy surrounding Travis, Hayes, Williamson County. He also won El Paso and some of the other majority Hispanic communities as well. And the question for Democrats always in Texas, though, is can you turn out the Black vote of Texas to help you? Because the base of the Democratic Party is Black voters. And we have to remember that when we are not moving those voters out, we are going to end up in a troublesome situation in November. I don't think that this is a matter of whether or not Congresswoman Crockett could not defeat Representative Talarico, because if you take Williamson, Hayes, and Travis County out, she beats him by 58,000 votes. However, because her margins were not large enough in Dallas County, in Harris County, in Jefferson County is where Beaumont is. When you have a community where you have about 40 or 50,000 Black people and she receives 15,000 votes in that community, we left a lot of meat on the bone in Jefferson County. And so that is why Talarico was able to overcome in this situation. It was the execution of the strategies, not that either one of the strategies were better than the other, because the margin was not large enough to say.
That.
Right, you can't hear you. You went out.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
You're back now. You're back now. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. That's bothersome.
Back went out again.
And some. You said what? I went out again.
You're back. You're going in and out.
Hold on. Let me see if this. Hold on. It might be the cable. Hold on.
Yeah, man. I think that Gary Chambers kind of broke it down pretty well. Well, I think that it wasn't necessarily strategy. I mean,
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
It was the execution of the strategy, not necessarily the strategy. Okay. But yeah, go ahead.
And so that goes back to this goes back to a point that I'm trying to make, how do I see her, right? How do I know that you're not going to make the same mistake again? How do I know that your strategy has changed? How do I know that currently right now, as you're focusing on quote unquote getting the black voters, or helping the people that are the black candidates on down ballots, how do I know that strategy is going to work when we just heard Beaumont, where good old Kendrick Perkins from, grandma old soul baby, like when we got a city that is all black, and they said about 55,000 people, 65,000 people, and only 15,000 people came out to vote. If she has a stranglehold on the black vote, that means you left that vote out there for granted. And that is something that that's what a lot of traditional Democrats do, right? Traditional Democrats believe that, it's a black woman, black man, black city, black candidate. I'm supposed to have that vote in the bag, and I don't even have to come see you, when also you alienating the Latino vote, and you can't go across the aisle and get the white vote. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you think we're supposed to win.
Okay. There wasn't the strategy though, because they just had poor execution. Clearly, so I think that speaks to her team. So they could have gotten more black votes and won this thing. So, and that's clearly what Gary Chambers was saying. It's turnout. And maybe if she had more money, maybe if she had more time. I don't know. Maybe if the primary wasn't in March, maybe if it was like now, like when all these primaries are happening in August. I think she probably would have won if it was like later in the year, because you have more time to just garner up attention. But I'm not mad at Talarico winning. I'll be honest with you. I'm black. If I was in Texas, I might have voted for him still, because of his platform, and because of how he talked about his platform too. And he's more progressive. Like he's more progressive. He's not, so I think that yes, there was the racism. Yes, there's gonna be racism whenever there's a black person in a race in America. And you can be mad about that all you want, but do you blame Talarico for that? Is it, specifically, or do you feel like
that's what I'm confused about, the way that you talk about this race and the way that you can't publicly get behind Talarico? It kind of feels as if like you're blaming him per se.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know where. Maybe it's just she's like, it was unfair. Maybe she feels cheated or something. And I think that she maybe there's things she can't say. I don't know. Like, so I know the political game gets nasty sometimes. So maybe there's something that was a bridge too far where she feels she can't publicly go ahead and endorse him. I don't want to sit here and judge if I don't know, but I do think that, yes, she can do more to help the guy. But it might be something that happened that we just don't know. And that's what I'm going to leave some room for. I wish she would come out and say it. Maybe she can't. Maybe she's in a tough position because she might alienate somebody or something, or some kind of, certain people. I don't know. But
Jasmine is never, okay, this goes back to my thing. she ain't never been scared to alienate nobody from the nigga. She coming on the
Maybe
floor.
maybe after the
Neo-Nazi.
midterms,
Is
maybe
that a
no, but it may be something that is not just blanket statements that she can talk about a group. Maybe it's something that would genuinely hurt him right now if she were to come out and say exactly what it is. And maybe she can't. Maybe she doesn't want to say it, but she doesn't want us to publicly co-sign him either. You know that. You know what I mean? You know, maybe after the midterms, she might have an interview where she's like, "This is what happened." You know,
But that would be corny though, realistically. If it to me, let's just put it on the table, right? Shooter Shimbel, she can't say nothing right now. If you can't say nothing right now and tear it down, then when you gonna say it? Because if he get the seat, what the fuck is gonna mean? You know what I'm saying? Like if he wins the race,
if he wins the race and he
and
gets a seat, at least Texas is blue and she didn't fuck it up. Because if she says it now, she's gonna get hate. Period. She's gonna come off as a hater. Period. So let's say he wins or loses.
But if it's something, I'm sorry. If it's something that will make Talarico lose the race, do we want him in there anyway?
I mean, it might not be something that politically should make him lose the race, but could, and give fodder to Ken Paxton. You know what I mean? It might just be something that could be anti-black and harm him completely. Not necessarily something that he said. Maybe somebody in his team said. Maybe somebody his team did. Maybe it's a corporate donor. Maybe it's something that she's like, yo, I've been holding on to this, but I had corporate donors, but people said that he didn't, but right now is not the time to do that. Let's say it's just that. Because me and you looked into it. Mary Adelson was giving money to Talarico. I'm like, I don't know. Mary Adelson gives money to both sides, Republicans and Democrats. She's buying both sides. She's betting in a roulette table, right? And the general talk around Talarico was that he's going from grassroots donors, which he had more majority of was grassroots donors. But she kept saying during the primary, he also gets money, guys. Like, it's not just me. He is also getting money. Now, if she has a soreness on that, it's not the time to bring that up right now. But
Jasmine didn't get as much money for her to say he's getting money, guys, to that point. Like he outspent her, I believe 3-1, 4-1, or something like that. I think it was like
and I think that she thinks that's partially due to racism. That's partially due to like I've already served in the House of Representatives. Y'all know I'm a fighter. I'm a freaking attorney, and y'all got this, middle school teacher.
But your policies. I don't give a fuck. What was Crockett's policies to run off of me? You just said it off the rim. You mentioned Talarico's policy. What was Crockett's policy for her to feel that entitlement that was part of the case?
I mean, she did talk about getting more money in these guys' pockets and working on affordability as well. But it wasn't like when I saw her ads were more like, I'm going at Trump. That's her, her ads were more like that, so mind you, I didn't see all the ads because I'm not in Texas, but I saw one of them.
But that was part of the scrutiny. I know we're not talking about Coon A. Smith, but that was part of the scrutiny behind that. It was like, yo, I want to see you win because I don't know if that's how you get it done. Creating the money that you do have. The little resources that you do have, you're using it to tell people of Texas you're going after Trump when people of Texas saying, bitch, what you gonna do for me? Because going after Trump don't mean that you actually gonna do something for the good people, the good state of Texas. That is a bad execution of a campaign, to me, and so now doubling down on that or tripling down on that after she lost, because after she lost, she's had plenty of social media posts about, hey, stop tagging me, I lost, it ain't on me, go talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't save y'all. Yeah. Okay, so if you can't save us, you damn sure, as Chidi just said, can hurt us. So why don't you just either shut the fuck up?
But that's what she's doing. She's shutting the fuck up. To me, these interviews, she says she didn't want to do TV interviews because she doesn't want to talk about the race. She doesn't want to talk about the race.
So what is she going on these interviews to talk about?
Apparently, I didn't watch the whole thing, but she talked about the current state with the Republicans right now. She talked about how, she's working on the down ballot candidates. The people are interested in Jasmine. Let's be real. She's a star. People want to talk to her. I think she's trying to play the line of like, listen, I can't come out fully and talk about maybe she's writing a book. Who knows on this whole situation? I don't know, but she doesn't want to come out and talk about it. But she had the Black Effect interview and she talked to Anthony Anderson. Do I know the reason why she did these interviews? No, I'm not gonna act like I do. But clearly, she didn't want to specifically talk to or about Talarico. She's talking around the race, and everybody's trying to get her to say, yeah, just publicly endorse him. And maybe it's harder than, easier said than done. That's all. That's all. Listen, I don't blame you.
She's leaving her seat at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
I don't blame you. Listen, I don't blame you or anybody else for having a problem with Jasmine's rhetoric right now. I even have a little bit of like a question mark on it, but she seems like
I just don't know how this helps. If she don't want to do interviews, then don't. If she don't want to be asked questions about the race, that's the only reason why you were famous. You were in a race. You weren't famous because
she's already
she was famous.
House.
She was famous. She was famous on the house.
Yeah.
Did you know about? Okay. She was not famous until she was involved in the Senate race, cuz she was not famous. Okay, do we have any clips of Jasmine Crockett before she?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I showed you the clip where she's calling out the white supremacists, right? That was actually, was
that before?
She is known as a shark on the congressional floor. Yes, there's many clips of her chewing up people on hearings on the congressional floor before the race. So maybe you personally weren't up on it, but I've known her for about 2-3 years now. I did. I mean, that's just, the truth. I can't.
So for you known her for 2-3 years, what has she done again that I'm asking you that she could have used to have help? Because I'm asking, what can she do now? Is she learning from her mistakes? Because clearly from these interviews, it don't seem like she is.
Wait, mistakes of what? Like losing the race?
How she talks, how she presents herself, how she's coming off to people, how people present her.
I don't want her to change. I'll be honest with you. I don't think that she should change. I think that maybe, just like Chambers said, maybe there was a poor execution with her team, and she had less money. There's nothing you can do about that. Like when you have less money and you're running out of money and you can't hit up, Troy County, or Travis County, to the way that you want to do it, or spend as many days there as you want to. Like you got to pay for hotels, you got to pay for, gas and all that shit. These things are not easy. And Talarico was a strong candidate, especially for a place like Texas. So I don't want to beat her up because she lost to Talarico in the primary. I really don't. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to act like she's nobody prior to this race. Actually, she had way more name recognition than Talarico did. So that's. But he ended up winning, and that's how the races go. We saw Angie Nixon beat incumbent that's been in the House and freaking impeached Trump and all that stuff. She was absolutely unrecognizable until this past week. Angie Nixon
was. I mean, but to your point, Angie Nixon was also someone that was recognizable along her. This is what I'm trying to speak to. She was recognizable to her constituents. We're not talking about national notoriety here.
Do you think that Jasmine Crockett is not notoriable to her constituents? Do you think so? Because they've already voted her into the House. You're acting like she's never been in the House already. Like they've already voted her into the House. Now she's going for Senate. Different race. This is now a national race. I mean, I'm sorry, a statewide race. Her district she won. She knows she got it. So her constituents put her in there.
She was also backed by the incumbent who did not want the seat going forward. So again, it's a similar situation that we're speaking about. Jasmine Crockett, yes, she put her name on the ballot to run when that seat was available by the incumbent, but the incumbent endorsed her. So she got a prominent boost amongst her constituents because she got endorsed.
For
That's
Senate
what
race?
we're arguing about. No, for House.
For House, okay.
For the House.
Okay.
The House representative was Eddie Johnson from Texas 30th Congressional District, and he announced that he would not be seeking re-election in 2022. 4 days later, Crockett declared her candidacy for the seat, and Johnson simultaneously announced that he was backing her. That's how that went.
Okay.
So, to the point of what I'm saying is, yes, she got voted. Yes, her constituents know who she is, but again, her constituents know who she is because she was backed. But she was backed by an incumbent who had a track record. So my point is, if she's a person who has a track record, if she's someone that has a black vote, if she's someone that got at least 80% of the black votes, if she can control the fucking market like Malcolm X in the movie when he holds one goddamn finger up, what I'm saying is put the goddamn finger up and point to the blue. And the down ballots mean nothing if the Senate seat remains red. To me, if the down ballots are blue, what the fuck does that mean for the congressional seats if the goddamn Senate is still red? Tell me how that works. Tell me how that helps.
People are not coming to the polls. It's like, I gotta vote for this, city council or mayor or governor, and then saying, oh, let me skip the Senate, so like they're gonna go for Democrat, probably most likely in the Senate race. They're not just gonna fill out and skip the Senate race. So the strategy could still benefit Talarico as long as people come out to vote. Now, the only thing she's not doing is saying publicly, listen guys, I support Talarico for Senate, even if she did it privately. So or maybe she just lumped them in and said, I endorse all down ballot candidates, and just like lumped them in with everything. But it's not very specific. And when people want to have her now, not like bend the knee to Talarico, but support him in this because it will do a lot for him with the black community. But yeah, man. I mean, she's served in the House, and I don't want to downplay that, because she's secured a lot of money for infrastructure to her constituents. And if you're in the know for the people in Texas, you know her. And if you're in the know of what's going on in the Senate, on the House floor, of people who are fighting corruption, she's one of the main people. So I don't want to discredit her and what she's done already. She just lost the primary race for Senate. She easily could have won it too.
So Chidi, as you're saying that, why isn't she responding that she just lost? Why is it being presented that it's more than that? Why is it being presented and placed on a national platform, being on late night television, doing all these interviews? Why is that?
Because everybody's on her ass about publicly endorsing Talarico. I think that she feels the need to speak a little bit, and she went out there to speak herself, and give a little bit of insight, but maybe she doesn't want to tell the whole story yet, Right now, there's still a race going on for Senate, and maybe if she does tell the full story, it will come off as hating, and at the same time, hurt the Democrats in Texas, So she's focusing on down ballot candidates, and she has a right to do that. I can't get mad at her for making her own decisions. However, I do got questions. I keep saying to you, I do have questions. I'm not saying that you're wrong to question her, because I also am questioning how she's moving. But I'm not going to sit here and condemn her because she hasn't done what we think she should have done. Because there might be more to it, And if there isn't, then you're right. She's being petty. And that will be basically what it comes down to, that she's still hurt about the loss. But she was outbid. She was out funded, and she still almost came close. But it's gotta hurt, It's still gotta sting, because you could have won it given a certain circumstance. Oh shit!
But this is something that, and we can kind of, the point of it is, if you ask, do I trust her when the biggest thing that somebody like you say can say she's a star. This goes back to the AOC conversation. Do you want more? Or do you want to? You say AOC only want to help her people. She don't want more. She only want to help her. That's not what. So we got two sides of the coins here when I'm asking about what the star quality is. Like, what value does that have? Because to your point, yes, she represented her people in the House, but at the same time, she's leaving the seat.
It might not be,
forward.
but being a star, it might not be the role of Senate for her. Like that might not be her best use as a star. Let's be real. Okay, she lost the race, but people know her name, bro. She's on, late night show. People are having access for interviews. You can still fight for what's right in this country and not be in federal public office, So she has
So then,
voice.
how has she been? How is? I'll say.
Wait, no, go ahead. No, speak.
How does that fucking help? You have a voice, so what? And we downplay influence all the fucking time because they don't help. Who gives a fuck about your voice?
All right, Chris,
like what?
You are do. I mean, what we do here.
Hold on. Okay, no. Stop. We're not fucking doing that. We're talking about entertainers, influencers, people who have cultural reference within the community. And me and you have several real-time conversations, and we say we don't give a fuck about no celebrity. Jasmine Crockett becoming a celebrity falls into that category for me. If she's not holding a seat that's prominent that can influence and impact change. If she can't push legislation or be influential within those walls, if she can't continue to fight how she has fought previously, what good did that celebrity do?
Let's say she, like, I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but let's say she stands next to Angie Nixon, or stand next to Abdul, I'll say, or stand next to a Chris Rabb. That helps. Let's not sit here and act like that doesn't help. But it's a matter of her making those choices to stand next to the right candidate and saying, listen, I've already served in the House and I endorse these people. And that's what she's trying to do now in Texas. So I can't sit here and kill her for that. Just what somebody did for her, she's trying to do for the down ballot candidates. So
but just like somebody did for her, okay, nobody nationally left their seat or left their state or left their constituency to then give an endorsement to Jasmine Crockett during her time of need. Clearly, I'm asking, what does Jasmine Crockett have to? I live in Florida. I'm being that ass. Two black women. Two black women. You think Jasmine Crockett and Angie Nixon is going to help in Florida, as we always talk about in Texas? I'm trying to figure out what it is that we're talking about here that is tangible.
Listen, I do think it will help for a black community to see two black women together. I do. I mean,
I'm not talking about the black community. I'm talking about
Florida. Right, I hear you. So
then you don't
listen, can you relax, bro? Like, just relax, take it down a notch, because you gotta hear me to understand me, because you're not understanding me. I hear you. You don't want the whole state of Florida. Calm down. I'm getting to that. I'm getting there. Bro, so part of Florida is pulling out the black vote. Jasmine Crockett with Angie Nixon in the right area space and on a campaign trail and speaking voraciously about her campaign. It's gonna work. It's not gonna harm her. It's gonna work. Then you pull out somebody else when you go to different parts of the state. That will speak to those people. That's how this thing works, bro. So I'm not. So you use her for that spot. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, because obviously.
But we looked at the map already. Angie won significantly through those counties. She don't need help there.
But dude, I was using it as an example of how she can use her star power. You're right. She don't need her. I'm with you. But it was just an example of maybe a future candidate, not necessarily Angie Nixon, to help. Jasmine Crockett cannot be in office and still use her star power to help shine light on other people. That's what I'm talking about. What jersey is that? That's a Kobe jersey. Disgrace. Thank you for joining us.
Her star power is what is a detriment, is what I'm saying. Me and you are on the opposite sides here. That's why I'm saying fuck it. I don't believe that the star power is beneficial to anything that we got going on because we don't care about how star power impacts the star power of celebrity impacts or influences a race. We see it negatively. We never really see positive usage of a celebrity. Honestly, not working for the Democratic Party. Not since. I mean, when? Listen,
at the end of the day, we've seen any celebrity come and endorse somebody. That's why it's a thing, you know? That's why it's a thing. You know, it's not something that we are sitting here and act like it means nothing. So I think it's crazy for you to say, what is it going to matter? All right, so Cat Collapse says, don't relax, be passionate. Shout out to Collapse, man. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, and we gotta advertise the stream. You're right. Advertise the stream. Yes, we gotta put in our.
Yeah, we gotta talk, Collapse. Like where you want us to drop the stream, just so you're clear. Listen, but here's the thing: like Jasmine Crockett is a star. You may not see it that way, and you might see it as a detriment.
I'm not saying I don't see it as a star. I don't. That's what I'm not.
You may not see it as a positive. I do. I think there's that name recognition. Like I told you last week, sometimes just seeing somebody that you saw on TV makes somebody say, "I'm going to go out and vote for you." You know, so that there's something to that. There's something to that. Listen, I'm not with Young Thug where he's like all that matters is fame. However, fame does matter to a degree on what you can do when it comes to people who are not into politics, who don't know what's going on.
But Chidi, to my point, more people negatively associate something with Jasmine than positively.
I don't agree with that. So that's how you feel.
We're talking about just our community and not vast, not white, not Hispanic, not Cuban, not Venice. Like she does not rub everybody the right way that she rubs black people, and not only black people lives in these states. That's what I'm saying.
No, you're right.
So to my point is, Jasmine, the way that she operates sometimes can be a detriment to the party that she's representing or to the candidate. My thing is the way that she's going about losing this particular race, albeit how hurtful it has been. All I'm saying is, if she wants to be out the limelight, if she don't want to be talked about, if she don't want to be inundated with questions about the race, Jasmine Crockett can easily go in these things, not speak the way that she speaks, and instantaneously do the things that she wants to do and speak how she wants to and say exactly what she said. I'm going to help down ballot. But when she says there's no fervor in the black vote, when she says there's no passion or no fight or the black community don't have no, you're just right there. We just heard the numbers. You didn't even go to Beaumont, Texas. They're going to get the extra fucking 1,000. So don't tell me what fire black voters have when you left them on a fucking bone. Don't tell me the fire that black people don't have when you don't go out there and fucking see what the fuck they wanted to talk about in Beaumont, Texas, nigga. Don't tell me the fire that black people have for the Democratic Party, my nigga, when you could have been the representative of the Democratic Party and been the face of the Democratic Party if you did your fucking job, nigga.
Why are you so mad, though? Like, why?
The fuck, nigga?
Why are you so mad?
The fuck y'all shoot this nigga so much fucking bad? Cuz she didn't do her fucking job, nigga.
She didn't do her job. She lost a race. All right? Close race, you know? She lost a primary, you know? I'm not going to say she didn't do her job because the strategy, according to Gary Chambers, was a good sound strategy. It just was execution. We don't know why the execution didn't work. We don't know. We don't know what happened along the pathway that diverted it. So maybe
I can tell you right now, between me and you, she ain't executing post plan, right? You got some problems with it. I got some problems with it. Twitter got some problems with it. Comments in the fucking niggas got problems with the fuck she doing it. So is it the campaign strategy fault right now, nigga, or is it her fucking fault? What's the common denominator? The fault is yours. Take some fucking accountability. You lost the fucking race. Wipe the fucking makeup tears off your eyes and get the fucking stepping and get Texas blue, nigga. What the fuck?
And with that, I concede my time. I could see you got it, bro. You got it, bro.
Nigga, this woe is me fucking campaign shit going on, nigga. Either you tell the truth or you shut the fuck up and push the program, cuz Talarico need all the help he can get in this nip and tuck race against Kim Paxton. We ain't got no time for you to be pussyfooting around. Why the fuck you lost? You lost, right? Chidi said you lost. So fucking get over the loss, nigga. Help the nigga win. The fuck we talking about?
Okay.
Texas ain't been fucking blue since 1936, nigga. Get up on your fucking horse, nigga. The fuck we talking about? What's the next topic? This nigga tripping, cuz. She tripping. She tripping. They want to do a soft ass interview with a black lady. Black ladies always go condone when another black lady got some bullshit going on. You know these bitches gonna stick together, nigga. Goddamn.
I learn how to talk. We ain't no bitches. I ain't calling you no bitch. I honestly, I respect it. I'm gonna let her go through her process. But I think that God may have a bigger plan for Jasmine.
Just like Saraya breaking up with Joey Badass. Bitch, you took it back. Man, why you gotta tell the whole crew? What's wrong with you, bitch?
Joey,
you took it back. You took the ring. You had the kid. You let him go on tour. You let him do the goddamn TV. Bitch, why are you telling us your goddamn business?
Oh man. Listen, I'm not gonna hold you, man. You got a lot of points, but I have a lot of respect for Jasmine Crockett, and I can't jump out the window like you because I think there's more to the story, and maybe there. And if there isn't, then you're 100% right. I think that you just can't say it right now. Maybe after the midterms, we get the full story. That's all I'm going to say. Listen, I'm not trying to hold no bail, nothing like that. I agree with you. I wish she would just jump out the window, say what it is, or go full force and support Talarico, like overtly, publicly.
Or stay dark.
Stay dark. Okay.
Or stay dark. She got through. Or stay dark. Take the loss heavy on the chin. Kamala did it.
But
Kamala lost the biggest race of her life, bro. She lost the free world. She lost being the first black woman president. Nigga, we saw Instagram pictures of her drinking wine with her nigga. She was like, all right, nigga, I got it. Shit, y'all want him? Y'all got it? Shit, nigga. Y'all got it. Thanksgiving was 2 weeks away, nigga. Y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is it's been, if the wound is still fresh, if you can't talk about it without your blood boiling, if you can't really, it's the breakup, right? Yeah. If you still gonna be sniffling and snoveling, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be over there trying to get with you and you talking about that, bitch, I didn't come over here to be your therapist. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the y'all mean. You know what I'm saying? I do not care about what that nigga did to you and you getting over it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to step outside when you're ready to be outside. And it seems like that she not really be outside. To your point, I think Jasmine, Jasmine really could have used that voice to do exactly what you said. You know what I'm saying? When she's talking about the racism in the Republican Party, I probably have to go watch the rest of that interview, but I do believe that in that space, in that sound clip, she has the availability. We say it all the time. Chidi, take your breaths so I know when to clip you. She could have not taken a breath, so she couldn't have got clipped without it being a run-on sentence about the Democratic Party doing really good work. She could have talked about the racism, about the Republican Party. She could have said, if you like how things is going, keep voting how you want. If not, keep doing what you're doing and changing things like in Michigan, where I'll say, or keep changing things like my girl Angie Nixon in Florida. She could have shouted out Tim Walz, nigga, what he doing in Minnesota. She could have did anything to give credence and credit to the Democratic Party without sounding like, oh, well, shit, if I would have won, I would have changed everything. That's what that sounded like.
You know what? People, no matter what she says or does, you're right. I think maybe she should have gone dark. No matter what she says or does, if it's not support Talarico, no one wants to hear it. Let's be real. Like if she brings up some other people, like why aren't you talking about Talarico's going to be bring a light on, shed a light on that, no matter what she does, you know. So if she's in a tough spot, I mean, maybe she should have went dark. I get it, but maybe she just wants to get out there to keep her name out there and to support the down ballot candidates and tell people what she's doing. Clearly, people want to talk to her. Maybe she should have just kept on denying it. But yeah.
Because nationally, I don't know. Nationally, going out there, I honestly, I hear what you're saying. But me, if you go on Texas TV, Texas radio, Texas interviews, if you're going to talk about, because you telling me, I'm watching your Anthony Anderson, Jasmine Crockett. Nigga, I can't vote in Texas. I don't give a fuck what you got going on in Texas. Honestly, I see you. You look good, girl. You wearing a pantsuit. You look, nigga, but I can't do shit for the constituents in Texas. I can't. Me, you watching it. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, if the real work wants, and I'm not saying she's not doing real work, but if the real work wants to be continued, like she insinuates, then I believe that her name value is only as prevalent as it is at home base. It is only as prevalent because nationally, unless you're going somewhere else, unless you're shooting for the stars elsewhere, like you said, the book. I mean, 2028, you think she got it, or 32? Like, where's she at with it?
I don't know, man. It might be something like that. I have no idea. If it, or it might just be
Jasmine Crockett on third. I mean, she was cheered for the national team for Harris and Watts. You know what I'm saying? During their time, But to me, again, this goes back to my point of, are you going to run how's your campaign going to be different on a national level?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is my big thing. Like,
I mean, it's very fresh. It's the campaign was very fresh. It hasn't even been.
No, but she's not fresh though.
Months.
But she's not fresh. She's not fresh to running a race, being on a campaign, having
No. I'm saying that, like, I think she can grow between now and then.
Oh, okay.
Because right now the campaign is still fresh. It's only been like 6 months. So
Yeah.
So let's see her go through her breakup, and give her time to do what she can do. She's still got a job to do in the house until the end of the year, so she's busy. So yeah, man.
Jasmine gotta go through her little hoe phase. She gotta go through a little hoe phase, do her politician hoe phase.
You gotta go do the round, man. Hit up every interview after the midterms, yo. Yeah. Get your name out there.
Before she settled out with a nice little way down.
Yeah, well,
she might, she was born in Missouri, so she might do something in Missouri,
That's also a possibility. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, she was born in St. Louis, so she might have to get down. She might be a St. Lunatic by the end of the day. Let's see who is in Missouri. She might be able to go in there and run that mother. Quite honest.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what she's doing. Listen, Jasmine, we are looking out for you. We will be staying tuned. Excuse me.
We love you, girl. We just gotta keep the way y'all talk about. You can talk about black women, same thing.
When we talk about what?
The way they talk about black men, the way they unfiltered and unadulterated, and tell us about ourselves. And we just reciprocity, my nigga. That's what we own.
That's Chris the most. That's John Rely told
that's on me. Man.
I'm not with the gender wars. I'm not with the whole gender wars. Listen, I love.
It's not a gender wars. I'm gonna talk to you how you talk. Listen, accountability. Accountability.
I love the woman out here doing big things, and I will wait to see if if there's something that needs to be called out, I will, and I will be as passionate as Chris is. But right now, I'm gonna wait. I'm in my wait and see mode when it comes to Jasmine Crockett, and I think she didn't take APAC money, so that's great. So like, she's not completely devoid of her moral compass, and matter about how now she's gonna fight for the right things. Jasmine, we want healthcare. Medicare for all, universal health care. Please hop on board with that. I would really appreciate your voice on that.
Yeah, take down Hakeem Jeffries, nigga. Use your voice to do that. Fuck.
All right, moving on to another black woman who has been going through a whole nother situation down in Georgia, the governor campaign down there. Chris, can you give me a little bit of a briefing on this? Because I'm not familiar with what's going on exactly before we get into the video.
So I think the video the video itself will give the response. But
The response to what specifically?
Rick Jackson in Georgia spoke on Miss Keisha Bottom's family or husband, and she didn't take too kindly, but I'm trying to find that statement right now. So give me 1 second.
All right.
Okay, so Jackson's campaign.
You're going in and out of your voice is off. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I got to shorten the score. Jackson's campaign, he released a political ad against Miss Bottom's husband, Derek Bottoms, for using city-funded first-class tickets to attend the 2018 Super Bowl while she served as Atlanta mayor. So essentially, Rick Jackson is saying that her husband or
stealing money for tickets,
or her being known or being the mayor, they were known or she was knowingly allowed that to happen. Do so it was like a personal attack on that. So let me see if I can find that particular ad real quick to see if I can send that to you to see what that actually looks like. Because again, when you start playing dirty in that aspect of reporting on people's families, or it should be fair game. So don't let me find out you doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me find out Mrs. Jackson. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Who? Don't let me find out you out here getting some beneficial treatments of being the wife of Rick. Like, let's just run this campaign on our policies. Who's the best candidate for the state of Georgia, rather than get into this mudslinging competition, which it seems like they love to do.
Did they use city funds for Super Bowl tickets?
Well, I wouldn't know that. Again, I don't know.
Because if I'm running against that, I'm using that part. I am personally. But let's go check out the response by Keisha Bottoms first.
Bet.
I'm fair game. Please stay away from my family.
I hear you.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like your outfits.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And that's Keisha Bottoms talking directly to him, right?
Yes.
She's talking directly to Mr. Rick Jackson. Rick Jackson. Oh man, so I mean, hey, let's go. Let's get it, man. The mudslinging will happen.
But yes, city's funds intentionally paid for the ticket, but the money was paid back.
Okay.
According to, in January 2018, a city issued credit card belonging to Atlanta's then chief operating officer was used to buy a $2,610 first class plane ticket for a $2,600 plane ticket, bitch. You could have goddamn walked there. For Derek Bottoms to travel to Minneapolis for the Super Bowl. He traveled alongside the mayor.
Sorry, go ahead.
He traveled alongside.
You're breaking up again. There's wires. Sorry about that, bro.
Hello?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Am I breaking up?
You're good. You're better now.
All right. Um, so Keisha stated that she personally caught the credit card billing error within 10 days of returning from the trip. She wrote a check to reimburse the city for the travel costs less than 2 weeks after the event, months before the transaction became public through media open records requests. So Bottoms maintained that the city credit card was used completely inadvertently by the staff and that no taxpayer money was ultimately kept or used to permanently fund her husband's trip. So essentially, it's uh, a government issued credit card. They thought that they was gonna be able to expense that shit because I'm going to Atlanta, we are going to Minneapolis, and no, you gotta pay that out your salary. So that's what seems like it happened. And honestly, probably Keisha or Derek didn't use it. It was a staff member who usually uses the credit card probably to book all the travel, just essentially used it probably that way. But if you have that response of her or have that video of her responding to that, you can go ahead and play that. But that's where that initial and incident came from in 2018, damn near 10 years ago.
Well, listen, I am not familiar with her platform, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I am, but she is getting cooked online for like a lot of shit. When I look into it. I hope that people come out and vote for her. Yeah, I really do. But they are attributing her to a rise of crime in Georgia and her mayor when she was when she was a mayor of Atlanta. And they're just twisting shit. So I don't want to get too far into it, but I'm glad she stepped. I'll put it that way. I'm glad she stepped to the guy and just told him straight up, listen, this is about me, not my family and my policies. So that's what's up. Okay. Are you
Oh, my bad. I think when you're saying the mudslinging,
you cutting off again?
yeah.
Okay, now I can hear you. Damn, this is going back and forth. Are you talking right now? I can't hear you.
No, I had said somebody train of thought. I lost my train of thought. It's all good. It probably wasn't even nothing good. If it was funny, I would have remembered it.
Well, if you're in Georgia, go out there, support Keisha Bottoms for governor. Be rooting for her. Rooting for her. But she. Hold on one second.
That was on this side. That was on this side. That was. 2,600 for a plane card.
So
That's
yeah, so
crazy.
she doesn't take any corporate PAC money. She's from all I know, she's not taking any PAC money. So yeah, support Keisha Bottoms. That's what I care about. That's what we'll see. Hopefully she gets in that governor's race, get governor spot. Come on, Democrats got to win Georgia, man. You got to pull it back. Now let me see. Keisha Bottoms. She will become the first Democratic governor, I think.
Yeah, first Democrat in Georgia.
So yeah, it seems like Georgia is extremely hard to win for governor race and for Democrats. So I would love to see it.
Everybody, I just got word. Billionaire Rick Jackson just put in another $87 million into this campaign today, just towards TV alone. That's taking his total to almost $200 million that he's almost put into this race, making this the most money that's ever been spent on an ad buy. So he may have the money, but we still have the power to vote. I'm not afraid. I'm motivated. And I know that motivation is going to extend to people across this state. So even with just a small donation, you can make a difference in this people power campaign. At least $8 will go a very long way in helping us remind Rick Jackson that it's not okay to get a $1 billion.
Okay. I'm sorry. This damn computer, bro. Anyways, $8. She wants $8. She said at least $8. About to get my freaking password to the public, man. God.
Bro, it's hard out here.
Oh, yeah, you broke up again. Damn.
It's hard. It's hard when niggas out here begging for $8. It's hard. It's hard.
Usually they don't tell you a price. They like, yo, we need some money.
Yeah, it's just whatever you can send me. She's like, no, I need $8. I need at least $8.
Yo, shout out to Keisha Bottoms, man. I don't know.
She like, I gotta balance my checkbook now, bitch. I had to spend $2,600 for that goddamn plane ticket, nigga.
Man, Keisha Bottoms, bro.
Oh man, I want to see Keisha Bottoms yearbook. Let's see what that look like. Somebody named Keisha Bottoms in the 80s.
Oh, bro. All right, moving on.
Where's that time machine at, nigga? Where's Steve Rogers with the Infinity? I'm going back to see Peggy too, nigga.
I'm going back to Keisha Bottoms.
Ain't no way she could have got a way in life. Her name is Keisha Bottoms. Oh man, I just imagine Crockett. She's Jasmine Felicia Crockett, so I know she told some niggas off.
Yeah,
I'm Jasmine Felicia Crockett. You ain't finna talk to me like that.
Jasmine Felicia.
All right. Some more shenanigans to end the show, people. And since going with the theme of everything is public, what else is public is when you get your ass arrested for a prostitution ring as a billionaire owner of an NFL team.
Ooh. At least the justice system came through finally for a pedophile. Oh, sorry, not pedophile. For sex trafficking.
Yeah. Hey, watch it. Hey, don't put that on my man York jacket, cuz he was just getting a little prostitution, not a little pedophilia.
But we know how billionaire prostitution, sex trafficking has been handled for people who are rich, you know? So I'm glad that we actually have somebody that's being held accountable. Now, let me see if I can find a clip of this gentleman and what's going on over here in San Francisco. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Nigga.
Well, I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. The nigga traveled across the country. Now, again, I don't really know too much of Jed York's business. You know what I'm saying? I do know that he has knocked on the door a few times as Super Bowl champion and lost to the great Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? And so he has been on the cusp of greatness. All right. So York is from Youngstown, Ohio. So my man was just at the crib, essentially. He just popped back at the crib. Unfortunately, he was doing too much doom scrolling and came across one of them Telegram ads where they was offering something for about $140. And he's like, well, shit, I got $140 in a goddamn change bin somewhere. Let me drive on over to East Palestine, Ohio. And somehow, some way, my man got caught up in a prostitution ring that was under investigation for human trafficking task force. Bro, that's one of the worst I should have just stayed home and jerked off days ever, my nigga. Like,
yeah, let's take it to the news. It's the news story. Let's see.
We are continuing to follow some breaking news involving 49ers owner Jed York, who was arrested in Ohio in a prostitution-related case. And I did want to share just a little bit more information, as this is a closer look at his mugshot right there. He was arrested and arraigned in East Palestine, Ohio, on suspicion of, quote, engaging in prostitution and possessing criminal tools charges that were later amended to misdemeanor charges of disorderly conduct and possessing criminal tools. That is according to court records. So what we know, according to Fox News, is that York was booked yesterday morning and released that afternoon on a $5,000 bond. That's according to Columbiana County Sheriff's Office. The arrest occurred at the Wheat Hill Mobile Home Community, a mobile home park. And police there said that they should contact the media.
yes,
Contact
the nigga got some trailer pussy. Trailer park pussy. Out of a mobile home in the middle of Ohio.
Oh my God, this guy's a billionaire. Oh. He got booked in a mobile home community.
Mobile home community, cut.
Oh, for some ass. Oh my goodness.
York allegedly responded to an online undercover advertisement and arranged to pay $140 for sex at a local trailer park.
Nigga flew out for this? This is so absurd.
Bro.
This is so absurd. Oh my God.
Dog.
Woo.
That's why you always gotta go and see, do you got any mutual followers? Who she nigga? If this account was just created yesterday, I don't want it. Yeah, I can't even like no pictures on here, nigga. I don't nothing.
Yo, go to Vegas or something. Like, go to Nevada. Yo, what is he doing?
It's too rich for his blood, cuz.
He wanted
some old
hillbilly
nasty
outback
snaggletooth, nigga.
That's what
he wanted something that smelled like wild caught fish, nigga.
He wanted that suey shit. Yo, that's insane.
He wanted a bitch that gut the fish herself and cut the gills off.
Oh my Lord, that's nasty, bro.
Super nasty, bro.
This is a billionaire. He's like, you know, let me pay this 140.
Yo, but this, hear me out, cuz. He was willing to pay $140. Ended up, he got fined $11.50, and his bond was 5 bands. So that $140 pussy cost him damn near $7,000 or $6,000. Because bond was $5,000, he got fined another $1,100, another $11.50. So you thinking that you about to just crack two? He about to give her $200. Nigga, his goddamn ticket is $6,000.
Yo, he got boys who got some work, like for sure. You know,
nigga, Kyle Shanahan clearly was coming from Yeah, I mean, when he crashed in the car,
What is going on over there in San Francisco,
nigga,
bro?
Kyle Shanahan talking about, oh, I was just using a hand.
I like
Mopped
that.
up, cuz. Nigga, he was getting mopped. Nigga, and then lost control of the wheel.
Man, oh my God, man. That makes it worse. I didn't know it was in a trailer park in the middle of fucking let's see.
Task force for more information. That task force, though, has not responded to a request for comment. York did appear in a municipal court this morning, pleading no contest to the 2 misdemeanor charges after the prosecutor filed a plea agreement. He does need to serve 2 days in jail, with one of those already credited for time served. He was also ordered to pay $1,150 in fines. And York, who is 46 years old, will be subject to NFL discipline under the personal conduct policy. Now, the NFL did not immediately return a request for confirmation that York's arrest will be investigated. The 49ers have also not commented on this news. York has been the majority owner of the 49ers since 2024 and was previously the team's CEO. He is originally from Youngstown. York was booked yesterday morning and released that afternoon on a $5,000 bond. That's according to Columbiana County Sheriff's Office. The arrest occurred at the Wheat Hill Mobile Home Community, a mobile home park. And police there said that they should come there. He was arrested and arraigned in East Palestine, Ohio on
East Palestine, Ohio. What the fuck are you doing out there?
Again, East Palestine is.
We can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Wait.
What?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, if I go to the crib, I might pull up in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I might go see what the hood like. You know what I mean? So
you
yeah, I'm from Birmingham, right? He from Youngstown. Those are 2 not big cities, but I might bend a few corners and I might end up in Fairfield. I might end up in Midfield. I might end up in Bessemer. You know what I'm saying?
If you're a billionaire, you still going back there? I'm just asking. I'm gonna
tell that bitch to meet me in the most resorts of resorts. Like,
yo, he didn't even fly a bitch out, yo. He flew to Ohio, East Palestine, to a mobile home, pulled up as a billionaire, owner of the San Francisco 49ers, to get some strange.
Hey, free Palestine,
Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
They out there trying to just sell some pussy, bro. Free Palestine.
Oh my God! Definitely wasn't free. I'll tell you that.
No, he paid a ticket.
I think that if you did.
Oh my bad. YouTube's going crazy.
You about to play that?
No. I was just I clicked on something accidentally.
Yeah, man. So San Francisco, they can't win for losing around this hoe. You know what I mean? And if I'm York, nigga, I gotta know what that Robert Kraft treatment was. If Robert Kraft still own the team, that's all I care about. Let me keep my team. Let me play my little ticket, and don't y'all niggas ever speak about this shit ever again like y'all do with Robert Kraft. That's what I want. If I'm Jed, nigga, give me the Robert Kraft treatment. I'll pay the little slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? But
he's gonna be all right. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, that's embarrassing. You got caught up in a mobile home. You don't ever want to be there. Listen, he loves that mud. Anything else you want to chat before we get up out of here?
Let me see what the East Palestine. Let me see what the East Palestine arrests look like. Let me see what the jackers look like. Yeah. Do we gotta suck at the teat of Deshaun and Shador, or do we leave that alone?
I'm not. That's it.
Huh?
You can suck if you want.
No, I'm good on that. I'm just saying, pause. I mean, realistically, so just to give you some, East Palestine is 20 miles from Youngstown. So if he was at the crib, he drove about a good 30, 40 minutes. He was scrolling. He was scrolling and got hit with a lonely ad, and he unfortunately, that sucks. That sucks, bro.
You should know better. I'm sorry. Once you get to
Yeah,
certain
you
tax brackets,
should.
that is so far in the rear view. I'm sorry. It's funny as hell though. And yeah, man, San Francisco 49ers, they can't win. They can't win, man. I know the locker room's going crazy about that shit. I know the locker room's killing it. Oh, and the trailer park prostitution thing in Ohio is sad. Oh man. And what else we want to talk about? Anything else?
Nah, nothing really of them. Everybody their big deal to talk about Shador and Deshaun. People don't understand how dead cap works. People don't understand how guaranteed money works. People don't understand clearly that NFL owners do what the fuck they want. Case in point with Jay York. So Jimmy Haslam is no different. He is actually the person who asked a homeless person on the street who he should draft, and that's how they ended up with Johnny Manziel, I believe. He's also the one who paid Deshaun Watson $230 million guaranteed after 30 sexual misconduct cases against him. And, what did they expect them to do? He's going to play. He's going to play bad, and he's going to get benched and never to play another game in the NFL ever again. And let's just let that play out, people. Shador Sanders, granted, I would have loved to see Shador face Travis opening week. That would have been beautiful to see, especially if Shador threw a pick six to Travis Hunter. That would have been completely like, oh, my bad. I'm just throwing it to Travis. You know what I'm saying? But maybe, but I think Shador starts week 6. Okay. What is your over-under of Shador Sanders starting the season? I'm at week 6. Where do you see him starting?
I don't know. I don't know. I called Deshaun back in April being the starter. So like you said, people don't understand the cap situation and all that. I think people are getting on Deshaun about his comments and saying, oh my God, that's a play into his role on the team. Man, you are not there watching the practices. So at the end of the day, they know what they're doing over there in Cleveland.
I don't think it's the practice. I think it's the money. Deshaun's not only the practices,
money, but if he was complete trash, you think that he'll still play? They think that means that Shador had no shot no matter what. If he's complete trash in the practices, he ain't playing over Shador.
I mean, it's not complete trash. So when we're talking about picking up a new offense, when we're talking about cadences and silent counts, so we're talking about recognizing defenses and things like that, Tom Monken is probably going to go with the veteran guy, realistically, or most coaches are going to go with the veteran guys, especially implementing a new offense. But I do believe, to the point of, like you said, you did call it, but if he were to get cut today, I believe this year's dead cap is 46, and next year's dead cap is 87.
It's a lot, man. They want to return their investment, and they keep restructuring his contract, so keep pushing it down, kicking it down the road.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Exactly.
and they want some type of return on investment. But the community, the fan base, nobody wants him there. It's been a disaster. This is probably one of the worst trades in NFL history, unless he comes out and he shows like potential this year. Unfortunately, so when you talk about over and under on Shador starting, I think maybe 6 is, a good number. Maybe I'll go 7 or 8, possibly. But because I think they can be stubborn with this, especially if he wins a couple games.
Okay. So the first couple games is at Jacksonville, at Tampa Bay. So you probably want your veteran on the road, right? Especially, I don't know if you saw Ruben Bain. That nigga, a problem. Okay. Them little short arms is moving, nigga. Okay. That nigga is
He's a real deal, man. They got lucky.
He's a problem.
With that pick,
so,
man.
but
that fee fell so far for them. That's crazy.
Bro, but I mean, these are two good defenses back to back. Jacksonville defense. They got Josh Allen Hines. They do have Trevor Walker on the other end. The linebackers are stacked. The secondary is stacked. They got some hitters out there. It's a really good second year in the defense. I think they're a good defense. Tampa's a really good defense as well. Starting both games on the road. Week 3, you play Carolina. That ain't no slouch. They got Mike Jackson, J.C. Horn over there on the corners over there as well. I really like that young, hungry, fast defense over there in Carolina in week 3. And then they have their first division game week 4 against Pittsburgh. So what has to be the record for that? Like that those are the first 4 games. Now, if Shador plays week 5, Chidi, I will give you money to take your black ass to see him play the Jets week 5.
I mean, you can give me money either way. I mean, it's
no. Only I go so I can have you do this.
All right, y'all got it here on record, yo. So listen, if Deshaun somehow just a bed or he's out for an injury or something like that, I will be at the game. Let's go.
Now I'm praying for him. Forward No, but he has after those first 4 games, he has at Jets, home at Baltimore, at Tennessee in week 7. To your point, you said 7 or 8. At Tennessee, and then at Pittsburgh, at New Orleans versus Houston. The first half of this season is really good defenses.
Jets, Tennessee, Steelers, New England. I mean, New Orleans. They could win all those games, like low key, potentially. It's gonna be tough, but they could. They're not gonna be elite, but I think they possibly could.
Okay, so from weeks 1 through 10 before their bye is. Does Shador play before the bye or after the bye?
I don't think he plays before the bye. What week is the bye?
11, week 11.
I think he can get a couple of reps in. Like if it gets out of hand, it might get like 4th quarter reps or week 11.
No, I'm talking about starting. I'm talking starting.
Okay.
Starting, yeah, starting.
I think injuries could happen. I think but starting without injuries, like he's the guy. Week 11 is kind of late in the season, so just the energy seems like this is not going to last. Deshaun, he's already the media is already on his ass. They want him out before the season even started.
They didn't even want him in.
Yeah, they didn't even want him in the first place. Yeah, and then on top of that, you got the fan base who, with the whole Shador situation last year, and they're just fiending to get him to start. They want Shador to start so fucking bad in Cleveland. Like they've been like, yo, what the fuck are they doing out here? Like, and he had a pretty good game this weekend. So
I watched every snap. He
did throw a pick. Got picked up. you know. But
It was it was tipped.
It was tipped. But
It was
here's the
tipped
thing.
at the line, and it was behind. It was tipped.
I have a bad feeling, bro.
About what?
Shador playing and starting. I feel like
What do you?
it's a pipe dream. I feel like if he gets into it, I think he's gonna have to. I think he's gonna have a learning curve. I think it's gonna take some time for him to figure it all out. I do.
Well, it can only be a learning curve because he don't play. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna come out and kill.
Yeah.
But like I think
that's what people expect. That's why I'm concerned because like he can get killed because people expect him to be better than what he is. So
well, I do expect him to be better than what he is. Absolutely. It's 4th and 2. He's sitting there patting the ball. I said, get the fucking ball out. But he can't. He's Madden, right? Me, I'm throwing that. It's a pick. He waited for it to clear. He was patient, and I was like, damn.
The problem is he has to get off his first read. Like you gotta get to your next read sometime. Oh, that don't look good. All right, move to the next person. Hit the check down. That's what he should be doing, you know. Or whether it's the first check down with the running back or to the flat. Like these are the things you gotta be looking at. Sometimes he's waiting too long on that first or second read where he's like, I want that guy to get open, get it, you know. And I get it. You want the guy where it's a big game, but sometimes it's like you just hit that bitch, you know. Take what you got.
I was listening to Colin and Colin gave perspective. Colorado was last in offensive line pass protection. They were last in running the ball, and coaching wasn't really good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, so Shador is behind the 8 ball a little bit, where he didn't play with competent offensive line play, and the only skill position that he played with that got drafted high was clearly the Heisman winner. But no disrespect, Joe Horn Jr. or not Joe Horn Jr. Ain't that his name? What's his name? Horn Jr. He played for Carolina. Yeah, Horn Jr. He's like third receiver, fourth receiver. Joe Horn Jr. Okay, yeah. He is a really good, serviceable wide receiver in the NFL. So in college, I believe he probably could have, been accentuated a little bit more. But again, he's playing with Travis. But my point was that Shador wasn't really playing with a lot of top tier talent. And to your point of when you're saying that he holds on to the ball or he doesn't get off his read, he did lead the college football in completion percentage. So with that being said, I do believe that he has the capability of delivering the ball, and he did it by and again in this NFL 70% is kind of the benchmark. So if he can maintain his FBS completion percentage, I think that he should be well, because again, they revamped the offensive line in Cleveland, which is really good. The skill positions are really good. And I think that they are in a situation where the team needs him to be better than average. And I think he's better than average. I do believe that he's better than average. And to your point, where you think that people are thinking that people think that he's better than what he is. I do believe he is better than what he is because he didn't play with no ones. He started that preseason game. He played with 0 ones in the O-line, 0 ones in skill position. He played and it started off the game 8 for 8, 80 yards and a tud.
He had Travis.
No, in Cleveland.
This past preseason. Okay.
This past preseason game. He played with. He started with no ones.
Okay.
No real ones. No real reps with the ones. No continuity. No nothing. And again, he started the game off 8 for 8, 80 yards and a tutty, and then he ended with the 9 for 11, 79 yards, the tutty in the pick. So within 3 possessions, I watched. They got pinned back the second drive off a punt. And then the third drive, in that second drive, he had to punt it back. That third drive, they were in the red zone when he threw, or not in the red zone, well, in Bill's territory, I would say, where he threw that pick. So he had 2 out of the 3 possessions where I believe that if he leads that third drive to points, still they might give it to Watson, but it makes it really hard for them to look at the tape. Look how he had commanded that offense. Look how he had commanded the offense with no ones and still give it to Watson. But again, like Collapse put in the chat, the money, $230 million is a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that has to
It's the money.
that has
It's
to
the
play a
money.
part.
And,
That has to
and
play a part.
yeah, when it comes to when we get Shador starting, I think they're gonna be stubborn with it. I think it will be after 6 weeks. I don't know what. I think maybe 8, maybe 9. I think it will be after 6 weeks, after 6 or 7. Yeah.
I mean, and my thing is that if he plays after the bye and the season's already done, what can Shador prove to the organization or anybody that he's capable of being an NFL quarterback when he's not playing for nothing? And Cleveland already know, and they're incentivized to lose. They got 2 first-round picks.
Shador's journey is going to be proving himself the entire way in the NFL. He's not going to be given it ever. He's going to have to earn it everywhere he goes. He might have to compete with another rookie quarterback next year for the first string quarterback position. That's just the facts of the matter, and we have to understand that that's his journey. That's what's just going to take.
Let me go, cuz if you about to, my thing is you drafted Dylan before.
We drafted you.
You drafted another kid. You drafted me. I'm going to be in my 3rd year. And if you draft another quarterback, what does that quarterback room look like?
You're a 5th round pick, right? You are going to play if you're better than who they draft. If you're not, then you won't get the starting position. In your 3rd year, we should know who you are, regardless of starting time and all that stuff. You can know whether you're who you want us to lead this team. Now, yeah, they might have to trade him at that point because it might be looked at a certain way. It might be some, internal, fight. Unlike, listen, let's like shit or get off the pot. I can't keep being a bridesmaid, but that's gonna be his journey. I think that we can go into next season with him being a backup to a rookie quarterback and him being pissed the fuck off, or they draft somebody and they send him off in the draft for a low round pick, but he's gonna end up being a backup somewhere else anyways, because they're not gonna start him unless they're absolutely desperate, unless he shows in this season that he's a starter, unless he has the opportunity to.
But that's what I'm saying. If they start him after, that's what I'm saying. If they start him after the bye, which is week 12, we're assuming by then they 3-6. You know what I'm saying? Like 2-7.
Point,
like at that point, like
he got what? 5 games to prove so?
He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games.
7 games. That's a lot of games to prove yourself. I'm just saying. If he goes on a run, maybe they say, you know what, you're the guy.
Okay, so that was my question. By the bye, from where I gave you the first part of their schedule: Jacksonville, Bucks, Carolina, Pittsburgh, Jets, Ravens, Titans, Pittsburgh, Saints, Houston. Coming out of that stretch, what does it look like for Shador to start after that bye week? And for me, if Deshaun struggled, and that's how many games is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 games.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just too. Listen, if I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm coming just to prove that I'm still good at this thing, football, because this is your last shot.
But he's not.
We don't know. Maybe he comes. I know the injury and all that stuff. He did not look good the last time we saw him. But this is his last time to prove himself. And maybe he's not. And maybe you're right. And I'm with you. I don't think he is. But he should be motivated. Yes, they booed you or cheered you when you tore your Achilles. That's gotta hurt. That gotta feel personal. People are looking at you like you are a sexual predator the entire time. Throw that noise and that pain and anguish into your play and prove that you're still that dude that was called the Michael Jordan of football at one point. Listen, go and prove it. If he does not prove that by the bye week, this is Shador's job. at that point. And you got to live and die with Shador. You might win, you might lose rest of the season. Oh well. You got 2 first-round picks at the end of the season. What I think they should do is get rid of both Deshaun and Shador if Shador's not the guy, and draft a quarterback. None of this bullshit, none of this controversy, quarterback controversy. Pick your guy. You got 2 first-round picks. Pick your guy, and that should be the end of it in Cleveland next season. Give Shador that last 7 games to prove if he's who you want to move forward with. That's the least you can do if you're out of playoff contention, and that's what I think the strategy should be for Cleveland.
Well, I mean, realistically, to your point of them restructuring this contract, for people who don't know, he has a poison pill in his contract, and this poison pill is if he is on the roster by March 13th of 2027,
my birthday,
he's guaranteed a base salary of $200 million in 2029. Boy,
he ain't gonna be on that roster.
Oh my this nigga.
It's over. That's the case. Then why are you even doing this? Push your door in now. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying.
A poison pill? Oh, hell nah. Listen, he gonna hold them cap hostage for like,
because
fuck them up for the next 5 years.
His cap hit. So his cap hit is $86 million. It will be $34.7 million in 2027, and it's 51.5 in 2028. So they have to figure this out. They have to figure this out.
This is weird,
now,
bro.
He's guaranteed $46 million cash payout in 2026 for this season. In March of 2026, Browns converted nearly all of his base salary to a signing bonus. This dropped his base salary to $1.3 million and slashed his 2026 salary cap hit from a high of $80.7 million down to $40.96. So with that,
Cleveland,
bro, this is what I'm, bro.
That's crazy.
Bro, what are they?
What are they doing, bro? And Baker's out there in Tampa, go take him to the, playoffs. He didn't win last year, but he did take him to the playoffs when he left.
And Baker was there in Cleveland. You got Dylan Gabriel. He's not even in this conversation. This nigga can't even sniff reps.
Yeah, man. He went undefeated in Oregon too.
Man, that was, again, nigga. The way they prop up Shador for running the system, they don't prop this. I mean, the way they prop up Dylan Gabriel they don't prop up that boy Shador, because Dylan Gabriel was a product of a system, nigga.
I think that Shador gets way more prop than Dylan, but I think that he definitely, like, him getting picked before Shador is crazy too. Like, it just is all a mess. Cleveland, come on, what are you doing, bro?
Bro, you picked Dylan Gabriel, who was a fucking a journeyman. Like, literally, like Dylan Gabriel is Carson Beck, nigga. Like, you damn near 30, nigga. You should have your PhD by now, nigga. Like, what?
Nigga, you look 30.
You look 30, nigga.
Oh man.
All right, man. A little football talk to end, shout out to Cleveland Browns. I don't know what they got going. But Shador, Shador Sanders,
Shador,
again with his contract situation, it's a 5th round pick, necessarily he's on a 4-year rookie contract. He's going into his 2nd year, right? So my thing is that he don't really hold a lot of capacity with this. Like he really is in the whim of this contract situation, because again, the money impacts the move.
Yes,
You know
it
what I
does.
mean? The money impacts the move. You know, so
He's the willow in the
uh,
wisp. So he's like this spotter at this point. He's like it's not in his control, and he's just kind of floating because of whatever decision they made prior to him even getting there. To be quite honest, partially feel like he should have went to Baltimore, but hey, that's just me.
I mean, it all depends.
I can't
Like
hear you.
it looked like Baltimore might get Justin Jefferson, so Lamar gonna be there for a little bit.
Really?
I mean,
That's the
purple,
word on the street.
purple, same uniform. Under Armour's there, and it only make nigga. They gave me JJ McCarthy and Kyler Murray. Hell yeah, I'm looking to fuck up out of Minnesota. And if I'm gonna play in the coding, I might as well. Crazy. Yeah, that's the word. That's the word. Let's pay attention to J Jets. If J Jets,
I would love that, honestly.
If J Jets do not get back to prominence for me and him, I think he's the number one. I mean, again, he was a senior when Jamar Chase was a sophomore. A lot of people thought Jamar Chase clearly was the better receiver, and still coming out, they think Jamar Chase is the better receiver. You can't teach the deep ball threat. You can't teach the long strides. You can't teach the 50-50 ball. You can't teach the nigga being so icy. You can't teach it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't teach it. J Jets, to me, exudes number one wide receiver guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But his throne with Chase, Puka, JSN, AJ Brown, nigga, who I'm missing out of the ones that challenge the throne. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end, listen.
Ron.
Is Amon there? Is CD there?
I don't know. CD Pickens might be better than CD.
Oh, you got a friend in me on that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. I'm a big X receiver, nigga, and George Pickens is an X.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, I'll be honest with you. Garrett Wilson, dog. People sleep on him because he hasn't had a quarterback really. When he got one, the guy freaking tore his Achilles in 2 plays, and then we had to deal with him coming from injury. So he really hasn't had a good quarterback. If Garrett Wilson with a really good quarterback, God damn, this guy makes some incredible catches.
I was really happy for Justin Fields when he went there, and I thought Justin and Garrett would have rekindled some fire from Ohio State.
Justin is afraid he can throw the ball. Nigga had 0 interceptions and about 2 touchdowns at like week 8 in the season. I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
He like, if y'all gonna cut me, it ain't from me turning over the ball, nigga. I tell you that.
From you not throwing the ball at all, taking sacks. It was absurd. Like I don't know what was going on with Justin Fields last year. I have no idea. But it looks like he's doing the same thing out there in Kansas City because I saw him this weekend. Much of the same. He took sacks.
Yeah, but so my thing is, I don't, and to me, this goes back to the Sam Darnold conversation when he can vocalize, "I'm seeing ghosts." You do have to now deconstruct that quarterback, right? You have to break him down.
He needs to
And
be
I'm not,
rehabilitated.
and I don't know if he's been to places that have the rehabilitate. The Jets clearly don't have the offensive tutelage to kind of rehabilitate him. And even though Andy Reid might have it, he don't got the patience, nigga. Patrick's coming back from ACL, bitch, and I gotta focus on Patty.
Justin's just not that guy. He's just not the guy. He's just not the guy. I'm sorry. He's just not that guy. I mean, I think he has talent, but he has to play backup for years, and maybe one day he gets a Geno Smith, Sam Darnold moment where he's like, all right, he figured it out, but it's gonna be some backup for years,
I mean, if he has a
Trump 2028, Soldier Boy 9313. Good luck on that.
What we got?
Nah, somebody just trolling. Somebody's trolling.
Oh, what's happening with that, man? What's up, Soldier Boy?
Soldier Boy. All
what branch of the army you in?
Are you in the army? Or are you just here to troll on some Trump shit?
I mean, Soldier Boy, what type of soldier you is? You ice? You a proud boy? What you is? What
You
you
know,
is? Girl?
you a Nazi? You a
Yeah, stay
Nazi?
tuned. Yeah,
You Gestapo?
yeah, rep your set, cuz.
Rep your
Which way
set.
you is? Rep your set, nigga.
Listen, we ain't the chat to fuck with, my guy.
Rep your set, nigga. You fascist.
Come on, don't be scared.
We got anything else, man? We was done at 11:30.
No, we are done. We are done. Listen, there is nothing. Let me hit the back end music so we can let y'all know what it is. We out of here, man. We out of here. Listen, Collapse, if you still in the chat, hit us up. Let us know how you want us to.
Yeah, hit us up in Discord.
How should we advertise this thing and get this ball rolling? We got a lot of things coming down the pipe. We had a business meeting yesterday, so we're working on something. We're working on some things. All right, so we do want to do more, and we will be doing more, but we can't talk about it right now on air. So y'all stay tuned. Thank y'all for joining us. If you're here on delay, thank you for watching this. You were a real one. Definitely hit the like, subscribe, the bell. If you fuck with our shit on Twitch, follow us as well, because we really appreciate people who who chat up on Twitch. Disgrace, we really rock with you. So yeah, man, we're here. And we are the podcast that talks about everything that matters. Everything is. We are the zeitgeist. We are the culture.
Yes, sir.
All is love. Everything is everything. Keep loving your hearts and spirits, because the world needs more of that. And Trump will never be president again in 2020, or else the world's over. To be real.
I mean, the world was kind of over. Got it the first time.
All right.
And then he ran on Project 2025.
Kind of been on a downhill slide ever since.
Yo, hey, hold on. You know what? Tomorrow we're gonna talk about the meats, nigga. I don't think everybody understand what's going on. No, Paul, nigga. We convincingly, they are murdering horses, and there's a callback on beef.
All right, and we're also gonna be talking about slavery. Not the traditional slavery, but the new age betting slavery that's going on in Russia. So we gotta talk about that, because right now they are turning human beings into batteries. Put it that way. Human beings are becoming batteries that we can bet on live. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow. Please stay tuned. Hit us up. All is love. Everything is everything. Keep loving your hearts and spirit, because the world needs more of that. And we out this bitch. Peace.
Celebrate Kobe Day, baby. Be a G.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in peace, Bray.